Hi, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Some interesting things dropped today about something Epstein. And, MAGA world, I got to say this. I agree with you on this one. Epstein didn't kill himself. Hands down, I think kind of unites us in a way because people on the left, people in the center, people on the right, we all don't believe this crap. Not even for a second. And I think we all agree, I don't care who it is. If it's Bill Clinton and he was involved in this and he's on the client list, put him from court, throw him away, throw him in jail. Just throw anybody who is involved in this island or anything on the Lolita Express, involved in any of these activities, is in the client list. Bring them in front of court, throw them away. They should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Whoever it is, I don't care who it is, do it. If it's Tom Hanks, and I love Tom Hanks, gone, see ya, be gone. We all agree on this. We also agree that there's no way he did it. I mean, he committed suicide. I don't care what video you show. It just baffles the mind. However, if nobody did it, the suicide was coerced. It was threatened. Somebody got a message to him that, hey, if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. Somehow, none of that made sense. And, I don't care. I know Dan Bongino didn't like. I've hardly ever liked that guy, like very little. But I agree with him on this one. I agreed with him since then. He's come out and said, "Oh no, we found no evidence of that." But here's the thing: that the Attorney General is lying to all of us. Period. Pam Bondi is lying to all of us. Whether she's lying now or she lied back then, she lied. MAGA, you got to understand that. Two things cannot be true at once. This is a flat out lie. Because here, on this right here, this is from her department. And this is what was released today. So let's go through it. Right off the jump, exclusive, DOJ, FBI conclude Epstein had no client list, committed suicide. Okay. Sure. That's not what they said. President Trump's Justice Department and FBI have concluded they have no evidence that convicted and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. The administration is releasing a video. Okay, great. Video. And then Cash Money Patel and Dan Bongino are among those. I mean, they totally believed it until they got in these positions. Then they saw whatever was in these files. They've seen them and they've done a 180, right? Like all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you know what? Hey, I don't know what we were thinking last time. No, everything is above board. I mean, he just, there's nothing there. And it goes further. So there's going to be footage. And in May, Bongino said this. But I think the biggest part is where it says investigators found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. So it's going down, it's being shoved into a hole. They're shoving it in a hole and they're gonna bury it. And I'll give anybody like 5 guesses why. And I think we all know, right? There's multiple photos. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why this would be buried in a hole. Particularly this part. Through this review, we found no basis to revisit the disclosure of those materials and will not permit the release. So basically what that says is we are never getting those files, ever. And but when they say there's no for release, they're also saying, but there's no evidence there. So they're not releasing evidence, but they're also saying there's no evidence there. There's no client list. There's nothing further to disclose. But then they're saying they're not going to disclose anything further. They contradict themselves right in their statement. But then this is from Pam Bondi and her department. However, we have this.
Now we've got Attorney General Pam Bondi talking yesterday about what she plans to do with these files now sitting on her desk. Here's what she says.
This is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed.
Okay, enough of her. She says it right there. They asked the client list. It's on my desk. It's on my desk to review. And this was months ago. So flat out lie, contradiction. We deserve these files. We deserve to know what's in them. Everybody across all political spectrum. Because I think we all agree, whoever is in these files, whoever is in this client list, whoever was involved in this needs to be in jail or other things. I have some friends who have some stronger opinions on that. I believe in due process, so, have a trial and then throw them in jail. But it's a flat out lie. These files are never going to get released. And I really do pray that before some of those FBI agents got let go or axed, that someone has copies of this stuff hidden, because I guarantee you, when she says, when they say we don't have them or there's no client list, what they mean is there's no client list now, because they probably destroyed them. Just saying. I mean, I think we saw evidence of that in the first term, right? That kind of did that. So take it for what you want. I'm highly skeptical of the idea that there's no client list and that the guy didn't keep any records. Sure, right. That's why Ghislaine Maxwell went into hiding. That's why she fled. That's why she hung. Yeah. I think across the spectrum, we can agree that this dump on a Sunday morning of this information was intended to do just that. And we deserve the truth. Of course. Left, right, MAGA, Democrat, socialist, we all deserve to know what happened with this. We all deserve to know who was being blackmailed and who was involved. Period. Anyway, thanks. Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching this far. Have a good night.